Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to America 2.0. Yes, I'm actually wearing a button-up today. It was a nice day out and this is what I decided to put on for whatever reason. Today's major story is coming from Texas. Governor Abbott basically is informing the National Guard of Texas to monitor the Jade Helm 15 operation. Now, this one's going to be a bit bigger. I found 3 different pieces to this. Each one I have to pretty much read at least part of it because it contains a lot of information, things that you and I and everybody else have been missing. So, without further ado, this one's coming from BigCountryHomesPage.com. Governor Abbott commands State Guard to monitor Jade Helm 15 operation. Why that just did that, I have no idea. I don't care about this major stuff here. We know about the beginning part. The part that I'm concerned with basically says Governor Abbott's putting his citizens' rights first by commanding General Betty of the Texas National Guard to keep him properly informed during the upcoming military exercise known as Jade Helm. We know about the units, and it's running July through September 2015. Citizens have been raising concerns, says Abbott, since preliminary operation plans came to light. Governor Greg Abbott is making it his mission to quell these fears the best he can. He penned this letter to Commander of Texas State Guard Major General Gerald Jake Betty, urging him to monitor all aspects of the operation in the interest of keeping his public informed. Governor Abbott wants to make it clear to Texans that their safety, that their constitutional rights, that their private property rights, and their civil liberties will not be infringed. The Texas State Guard monitoring would make information like military personnel movements and training exercise schedules public knowledge. Actually, I think it should be. I think you should be able to go watch. I really do. Abbott ends his letter by highlighting Texas long history by supporting our military forces and our proud tradition of training, deploying, and supporting our active duty troops, returned veterans. Alright, so here's that letter. I know, it looks sexy, don't it? Alright, here we go. I'll make it a little bit larger so that everybody can enjoy this a little bit better. This is actually a PDF, so I can actually read this. This is public knowledge, so I can read this all the way through and nobody can complain or should complain. You can get this from the Texas government website, gov.texas.gov/file/press office. Hang on, wait for all this stuff to stop. /2015-0428125759.pdf, and you can view this exact thing that I'm viewing. It says, Governor Greg Abbott, April 28, 2015, Major General Gerald Jake Betty, Command Texas State Guard, Texas Military Forces, 2200 West 35th Street, Austin, Texas, 78763. Dear General Betty, I'll make it larger. To address concerns of Texan citizens and to ensure that Texan communities remain safe, secure, and informed about our military procedures occurring in the vicinity, I am directing the Texas State Guard to monitor Operation Jade Helm 15. During the operation's 8-week training period, July 15 to September 15, I expect to receive regular updates on the progress and safety of the operation. During the training operation, it is important that Texans know their safety, constitutional rights, private property rights, and civil liberties will not be infringed. By monitoring the operation and its continual basis, the State Guard, in other words, Texas State Guard, will facilitate the communications between my office and the commanders of the operation to ensure that the adequate measures are in place to protect Texans. United States Special Forces or Special Operations Command, U.S. SOCOM, has assured Texans that each location selected for training exercises will pose no risk to residents or property, that they will coordinate with local residents via verbal and written communication. Directing the State Guard to monitor the operation will allow Texas to be informed of the details and military personnel movements and training exercise schedules, and it will give us the ability to quickly and effectively communicate with local communities, law enforcement, public safety personnel, and citizens. The action I take today comes with the recognition of Texas' long history supporting our military forces and our proud tradition of training, deploying, and supporting our active duty troops and returning veterans. As governor, I have the utmost respect for the deep patriotism of the brave military men and women who put their lives on the line to fight and defend our freedom. I remain certain that our military members will keep America the freest and strongest nation in the world. Freest the nation. Let me repeat that last one. I remain certain that our military members will keep America the freest and strongest nation the world has ever known. Sincerely, Greg Abbott, Governor. Post Office 12428, Austin, Texas 78711. Number for that is 512-463-2000. For voice or dial 711 for relay services. So there you go. There's all the info you need there to call on this. Now, this part's actually very interesting here. I'm trying to see which part I need to read. Alright. This part's actually coming from Trailing Blaze. I'm trying to get past the general information here. Alright, I'll just read from here, and I'll find my part that I was reading earlier. On Monday, Command Spokesman Lieutenant Colonel Mark Lastoria attended a Bastrop County Commissioner Court meeting to answer community questions and was met with hostile fire. I'm guessing Lastoria is a member of the military in charge of Jade Helm, or the Jade Helm PR, I bet. Lastoria, in response to some of the questions from the 150 who attended, sought to dispel fears and foreign fighters from the Islamic State were being brought into Texas. Alright, so he wanted to address the Islamic State issue, and that they were bringing in, or that the Texas guns would be confiscated. In other words, he wanted to make sure that rumor was dispelled as well. And to a report in the Austin American Statesman, he said he was forced to rebuttal basically, that martial law was underfoot, and said misinformation has been spread by those who have a personal agenda. And he said, by quoting it, "You may have issues with the administration, so be it. But this institution right here has been with you for over 200 years. He is quoted by saying, "I've worn this uniform across 5 different administrations for 27 years. Alright, they mention Alex Jones sending out warning last few weeks regarding the exercise, saying the U.S. military was positioning itself to take over states and declare martial law. Abbott apparently had heard some of the concerns and ordered the Guard to monitor the training. We know about that. There was something in here, folks, and I'll be damned if I can find it right now. I'm thinking maybe they updated it and took it out, but it said something about what was the contingency plan if it went live, and who would actually replace the governor and stuff. and it had actually originally stated that the military would take control of the state government. And I read that just as I'm reading it to you now, folks. And basically the end part of this, and that part I don't see here. And I read that and I wanted to put that up, but I don't see that now. But it basically says, that guy said, to address concerns of Texas citizens and ensure that Texas communities remain safe and secure and informed about military procedures occurring in the vicinity, I am directing the Texas. Oh, this is the governor. Okay, so we know about this. We know what Abbott said about him moving the Texas Guard. And Abbott hedged the suspicion inherent to the message, saying, the actions I take today can... Yeah, okay. So we know what Abbott said, and I apologize for that, folks. But part of this, I think, has been rewritten in the last, 24. But I'm jumping between things here, and I apologize greatly. But basically, folks, this is getting down to the wire, and there was another part of this, folks, and I want to know where it was, but it said that, let me see if I can even find it. Hang on one second. It gave an exact number of how many military, here it is. Maybe this is the whole thing right here. Okay, so I can't find the part where it says the military would replace the state government, but I did find the amount of troops that are participating in what I believe to be the Jade Helm exercises in Texas to California. Okay? And the numbers right here, it says 1,200 special operations personnel will be involved in and move covertly among the public between Texas and California. That does not include Utah. That does not include all the way into Florida. So we have a confirmed number of troops, or at least an idea of how many troops will be in this vicinity, and that's 1,200. Now, when the military says they're moving 1,200, that means it's about probably 6,000 or 5,000. Okay? Understand something. If they commission a unit to do this, they commission the entire unit. It isn't just the special forces. It's the support guys. It's the guys that drive the trucks. It's the guys that carry the water. It's the guys that fly the helicopters. You name it, folks. So this idea that only 1,200 will be involved in this is wrong. It has been wrong. It will always be wrong. I guarantee you. Between Texas and California even. I guarantee you the number is much higher than 1,200. I guarantee that, folks. And this is on Governor Abbott of Texas sending Texas National Guard to monitor the Jade Helm 15 operations and exercises thereof in Texas. It's kind of funny how California, Utah, Georgia, all the way through Florida and such have not done this. Only Texas. So understand, somebody's getting fueled for the fight, ladies and gentlemen. Because they have heard rumors that these guys will, one of their exercises supposedly was to walk out all Texas, all their Congress and all their good people, their governor and all their people. And that was one of the exercises proposed by the Jade Helm 15. And basically the idea was to replace the state government in an exercise. So notice they haven't said that they're not going to compromise on any of the exercises selected. Notice that. They haven't even began to state what the exercises are one way or another, or that people can even watch when they're being done. So that's something to watch, folks. Thank you.